Hi guys, this is Matt from Offroad Experts. Welcome to our third installment of Fox Racing Shock series. Today we're going to be talking about Fox 2.5 Elite Series. Some of you might actually know that Fox recently released a brand new 2.5 shock just above the 2.0 in the lineup, and we are going to be talking about them a little bit later because it's good to know a little bit about the 2.5 Elite Series to find out what's good is translated into the a little bit cheaper option. 2.5 Elites brings a whole new dimension of a damping over 2.0 shock. Mainly because of its size, 2.5 inch diameter body, and this is a 2.0. And that adds more volume, oil volume, more damping, is more consistent, and definitely it will not fade even if you push it to the limits.
Push it to the limits.
The body of this shock is made of 6061 T6 aluminium. This is impact extruded and CNC machined, and obviously, as you can see, hard anodized. There's no paint on it, there's just a clear coat, and this will prevent rust, and also thanks to the aluminium, it will also dissipate the heat much better than the smaller body shock or steel body shock. All the other parts that you will find on those shocks are made also from aluminium 6061. This is billet CNC machined, anodized black aluminium, and you will find it on the ends, on the cap, and all the mounts. Most of the mounts will be made of aluminium. At the end of the body, you will find a threaded cap. This is a main difference between this shock and a 2.0 option. This is a one piece with triple seal instead of a two piece bearing with the sealing cap. Every single 2.5 Elite shock will have the reservoir. This is also 2.5 diameter. It's usually much larger than the reservoir found on the 2.0 shocks with the reservoir, and it holds up nitrogen charge, a little bit more oil volume, and obviously the DSC adjuster. And let's talk about this just for a second, because what happens when you compress the shock, that massive diameter shaft takes up quite a lot of space inside the shock, and the oil that's found in the body, it's got to move somewhere, and it's moving into the actual reservoir. Thanks to that, you get the oil flow through the adjuster, and using those knobs you can actually adjust how the shock behaves. The shaft itself on those shocks is 7/8 of an inch, and you can actually see the difference is massive, and those shocks definitely need a reservoir to counteract to the volume of this shaft. Now once you start adjusting the DSC adjuster, you will feel what makes this shock stand apart from all the shocks on the market. Simply speaking, low speed adjustment is for low speed of the shaft, not the vehicle, and the high speed adjustment is for the high speed of the shaft. The low speed of the shaft is usually when the vehicle leans on the side, when you accelerate or when you brake. It just moves slowly and it wants to dive in, and you can turn the knob clockwise to actually make it a little bit harder, and separately you can turn the high speed adjustment when you need it. Obviously in most cases it's just going to be a small bump sensitivity, so that much of a travel, quick small movement, or the big hits. The big hits when you actually going to land the jump and the shock just going to compress suddenly. That's your high speed. Depending on the vehicle and the lift size and the kind of a suspension your vehicle have, those shocks will come in different options. You obviously do have a coilover for the vehicle like Ram 1500. You do have a piggyback reservoir shock, and you do have some with reservoir mounted on the hose. For all the shocks with the reservoir on the hose, you will get in the box a separate mount dedicated to your frame or wheel well, depends on the application. Most importantly, depending on the vehicle, the inside of the shock will be different. The valving inside is set to be working depending on what vehicle the shock is designed for. And this is really good because you're not going to end up winding up the adjusters to the limits. The middle of the adjustment is where you want to start, and then figure out the fine adjustment with those two knobs. So if you're looking for a great shock that will perform on and off-road, and you're not afraid to push your vehicle a little bit harder than most, this is definitely something for you. It will be stable on road, it will be super smooth and soft on the off-road, and then you can still adjust it to your needs. If you need any shocks like that, or any suspension lift kit, contact us, let us know, comment under the movie, and subscribe, because there's more to come in this Fox Racing Shock series. See you next time.